It's time to get on the water, and it is breezy and starting to get a bit stormy, so this is ideal. So before I hit the water, and this is getting into the colder months now, there's a few bits about the tactics of what I'm going to do. I am going to sail for less time, but I'm going to sail with a purpose. And today what I'm going to try and do is make the most of this wind range and the most of the breezier conditions by being more dynamic in my stance and dynamic in my movements. But before I get onto that, there's 3 checks I need to do before I hit the water. I'm going to check my kit. So I've checked my lines, I've checked my UJ, I've checked my ropes, I've checked my board. I'm going to check the conditions, and the forecast is going to get a bit breezier, but I've still got this cross onshore wind, which will bring me back to shore if I get any problems. And I'm going to check myself. I'm well fueled, I'm in a nice warm wetsuit, and I'm warmed up and I'm ready for action. So in terms of on the water now, what I'm going to look to do is try and use my stance range as much as possible. It's gusty out there, and while I'm sailing along, I'm going to look along and spot the gusts. I'm going to try and adapt my stance like you change gears on a bike to make sure I'm in the best body position, keep my board going fast, keep it flat, and keep it stable. So my focus is going to be looking ahead and looking upwind. Then I'm going to use my head, my hips, and my heels to adjust my body position to make sure I keep that rig and that board under control. Okay, so now I'm out in breezier conditions now. And actually one of the most important things is spotting gusts and lulls. So as this gust hits me here, I need to adjust my stance, feet wider, look upwind, sink my weight down. As I hit the lull, I can stand up a little bit more. It's going to be really important to go into the harness. So looking at harness technique, I'm going to come upwind slightly. And I think I'm ready to go. It's a quick glance, hook in, and re-establish that vision. Weight in the harness, that's squeezing the hips out and down and pushing the boom away. My front arm extended. Again, if I see the gust, I can sink more weight down through the hips and dig through the heels. If I see a lull, I can stand up slightly, but still keeping that tension in the harness line. Again, now look to start to get the board going a little bit faster. I can either do this in or out the harness. So again, I'm looking for the gust to get myself going. So here comes my gust, and now I'm going to start to push through the toes on the front foot. Okay, if I come out of the harness, I can get going more easily. Okay, dropping and pushing to get going. You can then hook in. I'm going to start to work the feet out and back until I'm near the foot straps. My feet keep coming out and back. Now for my front foot, sink my weight down, push the rig forward, slip my front foot in. If I look upwind slightly, I can then push my back foot in. Now I'm blasting across the wind in both straps. But I need to still use my stance range when I'm blasting. So I'm currently in lighter wind, so I'm really straight through the body. I'm up on my toes. I'm trying to keep the rig upright. And now I can see a gust. I can start to widen my grip, sink my hips down, and dig through my heels in the gust. Again, as I hit the lull, straightening up slightly. And again, I can see another gust. I'm sinking my weight down, allowing the board to accelerate. All the time I'm scanning the water and looking for those changes in wind conditions so I can change my body position. My legs are working as suspension, so I'm really flexed through the back leg, and I'm also using heel and toe pressure to keep board flat. Again, here comes a bigger gust in 2, 1. I'm sinking my weight down, squeezing my hips out, and extending my front arm. Again, soft and flex through the back leg. Again, as I come back into the lull, lifting and locking my body, straightening my legs, bring my weight onto my toes. To slow down, I can slowly bring my weight forward, step out the straps, but again, just look back upwind, so I'm always looking at the changing conditions.